Is it possible to find happiness and joy after losing somebody? Welcome back to Beyond the Valley. My name is Reverend Kevin. Today, I'd like you to join me as I share with you some heartfelt steps that helped me find joy and happiness after multiple losses in my life, and I truly believe they can help you as well. Losing someone we love is the most painful experience that we can go through. It's like being engulfed in a dark cloud and there's nowhere to escape. And I know this feeling all too well. When I lost my mom back in 2024, I felt my world shattered into a million pieces. Simple tasks like getting out of bed, taking a shower, just felt like I was climbing a mountain. It was so difficult. But as time passed, I began to realize that I wasn't on this journey alone. Statistics show that millions of people worldwide are affected by grief every year. It's a universal human experience that can come from losing a family member, a loved one, a friend, or even our beloved pets. The emotional pain can be overwhelming, making it hard to imagine life where happiness exists again. I've met people who've lost loved ones and feel like they're stuck in this darkness forever. Back in 2024, that was one of the most challenging years for me. I lost my mother, I lost my stepfather, my uncle, my nephew, and my 2 dogs. Any one of these losses can be life-changing and so challenging. However, all of this loss was so beyond my comprehension. The struggle to find happiness after the loss is real. It's like trying to find a glimmer of light in a tunnel that has no end. Some days the grief was like it was suffocating me. It was so difficult to breathe. It was a mix of sadness, anger, guilt. They were all swirling around. I can recall days where I just wanted to disappear and pull the blanket over my head in bed and just escape from the pain. But something inside me kept pushing me forward. And that something just helped me to search for a way out of this. As I tried to navigate my grief, I realized I needed help, even though I'm professionally trained in how to work with people who have grief. I thought that I needed to find some professional help myself. So that was found in my colleagues that I work with. And I also started to practice self-care. It wasn't easy. There were times I wanted to give up, but slowly and slowly, just like a turtle that won the race, I began to heal. I started to see the happiness, and it wasn't about my loved one and learning to live without them, but it was learning to live with their memories, to cherish their memories, to honor their legacy, and to find joy in everyday moments. 2 scriptures that really stood out to me during this time, and they still do. The first is from the Old Testament, in the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 18. And the psalmist tells us, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. In the Old Testament, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 4, Matthew tells us, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed for those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." Both of these scriptures speak to God's willingness to rescue and restore those like us who are feeling overwhelmed, or feeling broken, defeated by life struggles. It really suggests that God provides strength and support to those like us who are going through difficult situations. Finding happiness after loss isn't about replacing the person that we lost, but rediscovering ourselves. It's a journey of healing, a journey of learning to live with the pain and finding ways to honor our loved ones. I've met people who found solace in different creative pursuits. Some people like to paint, some people like to write, some people like to take walks and hike in the mountains. They like to garden. I personally like to go at the beach. I like to smell the ocean breeze. I like to listen to the waves as they crash on the shore. I like to have the sand between my toes and just that smell of the ocean with the seagulls just talking in the background. The key is to find what works out for you. What is your solace? For me, it was all therapy that this felt. Also talking to someone who understood, that was able to help me process through my emotions and to find a new perspective. I found comfort in sharing my story with others who had gone through similar experiences, and it really reminded me that I wasn't alone, which was really important because I felt like I was alone. I felt like I was the only one going through this, that my world had ended. One powerful insight that helped me was realizing that my loved one's legacy lived on through me. Their love, their values, their memories stayed with me. And that guided me forward. It was my responsibility to make that legacy, their legacy, our legacy, continue. And it was a feeling I wish for everyone who was grieving. And healing from loss is a journey. It's not a destination. We need to realize it's okay not to be okay. And that's a cliche that we use a lot, but it's the truth. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to take our time as we process through grief. We need to be gentle on ourselves. One of the things that our employment, they'll give you so many days off for a loss of a parent or a loss of a loved one, and it's almost like that 3 days or that 2 days, that's like that magical number that we have to be healed within that time, and that's furthest from the truth because we don't have to be. Each person has our individual time that we need to heal through, and it's okay if one person takes a certain period of time and another takes a little bit longer than that. Each person that processes their grief, processes it through their window, through their time frame. And we need time to process our emotions. So we grieve and we find that time to heal. And as you know, we really, truly don't heal from our grief, right? Grief never goes away. We just learn to live a new life with that pain. We realize how to deal with that pain and finding the new normal in our lives. And, that pain's still going to be there, but it does define us as much as it did before. And I want you to know that the happiness and joy is still so much attainable, even in our darkest moments. It's a struggle to find happiness and joy after a loss, and know that you're not alone. Your feelings are valid, and it's okay to take your time and to remember to be kind to yourself and to seek professional help when you need it. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, tells us to trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. This means placing full confidence in God's guidance and wisdom, rather than relying on personal feelings, our thoughts, and our own knowledge. It's important to remember that God is always with us. He's always walking beside us. Even in our darkest moments, he's there even stronger. And he's with us constantly. So it's something that we need to call on God and ask him for his help. I'd love to hear about your journey. I'd love to hear what you've been through, what you're going through, and you can place them in the comments below. How did you deal with what you're going through? And how did you walk on the other side? How did you get past that, or how did you learn to deal with your new life and to continue to walk through that? I thank you for joining me today, and it's such an honor and a privilege that you're here with me. And I ask kindly if you like this type of content to like and subscribe to the channel. There'll be more information on grief. There'll be more information on the Bible, and there'll be more information on how to deal with certain areas of crisis that we get to deal with on a daily basis. I wish you well. Peace be with you, and God bless, and we'll see you real soon.